Okay, think about your day so far. Seriously,
Mhm.
how much of it have you spent, connected, scrolling, searching, maybe even buying something online?
Mm.
Chances are it's a fair bit.
Yeah, easily.
And every single click, every swipe, every search query you make, it's like a signal in this huge digital ocean,
Mhm.
right? And businesses are constantly trying to, well, connect with you in that ocean.
That's a perfect way to put it.
So today we're doing a deep dive into something that's shaping pretty much every single interaction you have with brands online, digital marketing.
Exactly. And at its core, digital marketing is simply how products and services get promoted using, well, digital channels.
No.
It's different from the old ways, print ads, TV commercials, radio spots. This uses everything from websites and mobile apps to social media, search engines, you name it.
It's everywhere now.
Totally ubiquitous, and it's been changing like crazy basically since the internet really took off back in the 90s.
Yeah.
So our mission today really is to pull back the curtain on this whole world. We want to dig into what makes it tick, the basic ideas, the different strategies people use, the the tricky parts, the challenges, and what it actually takes to do well in this field. It's super dynamic.
All right, so let's start there. If we had to boil it down,
Mm.
what really makes digital marketing different from, say, seeing a billboard on the highway or a commercial during a TV show?
Well, fundamentally, it's about meeting customers exactly where they are. And these days, that's overwhelmingly online.
Right.
It's not just another channel, it's more like a philosophy. Continuous engagement, measurable results. So yeah, if a marketing campaign involves digital communication to promote something, that's digital marketing.
Okay.
And a key difference often is that it's interactive. It allows for a two-way street of conversation, which you rarely get with traditional ads.
That makes sense. And that history is fascinating. I mean, I remember when print and TV felt like the only games in town. But I wonder, did some of that early stuff like those really aggressive early email campaigns or keyword stuffing on search engines,
Yeah.
did that create a bit of a Wild West vibe that maybe we're still dealing with now in terms of trust?
That's a really insightful point. Yeah, the early days were definitely a bit rough around the edges.
Uh-huh.
And the industry, well, it had to grow up fast. What's really pushed that evolution, though, is the smartphone. And tablets, all these portable devices,
Hmm.
they let companies market to people literally anywhere, anytime. It's constant.
Yep.
Just think about this stat. A 2022 Q Research study, it found 76% of American adults had bought something online using their phone.
Wow, 76%.
Yeah. So marketers aren't just dealing with new channels.
Mhm.
They're dealing with consumers who are always on, always mobile. It's a whole different ball game.
Okay, so we know what it is, how it evolved,
Yeah.
but what makes it such a dominant force now? Why is it so powerful for businesses, big or small? I mean, for a company, it must feel like hitting the jackpot, right?
Yeah.
What are the real game changers?
The big shift isn't just what businesses are doing online, it's how they're building relationships.
Okay.
The real magic, I think, is how digital marketing kind of levels the playing field.
Hmm.
Even a tiny niche brand can now reach people all over the world.
Right.
And with a budget that wouldn't even make a dent in traditional advertising costs. It's turned marketing from this like expensive broadcast lecture.
One-way street.
Exactly. Into more of a personalized, measurable chat that can actually build a real community around a brand. And if we unpack that a bit, it comes down to a few key things. First, it's super cost effective. Small businesses, startups, they can reach huge audiences without breaking the bank.
That's huge for them.
Absolutely. Second, the global reach. No borders online, right? Businesses can tap into totally new markets anywhere.
Hmm.
Third, it allows for real-time customer engagement. And this is crucial, deep personalization. This leads to experiences that feel more personal, builds that community feel. I mean, get this. 90% of U.S. consumers actually like personalization.
90%. Wow.
Yeah, and 81% want brands to understand them better. That's a level of connection traditional marketing just couldn't touch. Fourth, and this is massive, digital marketing gives you highly trackable, quantifiable results.
Okay. The numbers.
Exactly. Unlike traditional stuff where you kind of hoped it worked, tools like Google Analytics, social media metrics, they give you real-time data.
Right.
So businesses can see what's working, tweak things immediately, and get a much better return on investment ROI. You can track everything. Clicks, visits, how many people actually buy something, how engaged they are. It gives you incredible agility.
Okay.
And finally, all this targeting and personalization, it leads to higher conversion rates, and it's just more convenient. Customers see an ad or some content they like, they can click a link, buy it, sign up for a newsletter, boom, right then and there.
And sometimes it feels too convenient, right? Like I click one ad for, I don't know, a weird plant pot. And suddenly my whole feed is just bizarre gardening tools for weeks. But yeah, that immediate action, that's exactly what businesses want. And it's really powerful when you think that like 93% of online experiences actually start with the search engine.
93%. It's staggering.
Yeah. So that explains why businesses putting effort into SEO, into that kind of digital marketing, are apparently 13 times more likely to see a positive ROI than those who don't. That's a massive advantage. So we talked about the why, the incredible power behind it. Now, let's get practical. How do companies actually do this? What are the main tools, the main channels in their toolkit?
Okay, yeah, the toolkit, this is where you see the diversity of digital marketing. The absolute cornerstone for most businesses is their website.
It's a home base.
Exactly. It's not just a digital flyer anymore. It is the brand online. It's the hub for user experience, for making sales. It needs to be fast, work perfectly on phones, easy to get around, because often that's your first real impression. Then you've got search engine optimization, SEO. We all sort of get it's about showing up in Google.
Right, getting seen.
But the real deep dive here is understanding it's a constant battle. Google's algorithms change all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not just about keywords anymore. It's about smart content, the technical health of your site, building real authority. It's this ongoing effort just to stay visible. Content marketing is another big one. This is about reaching people through stuff they actually find valuable: blog posts, ebooks, videos, cool infographics, even podcasts like this one.
Right, giving something first.
Precisely. Provide value, be helpful or entertaining, build trust before you ask for the sale. That's why, 84% of consumers expect helpful content, and 92% of marketers see content as a really important asset.
Makes sense. You build goodwill.
Exactly. And then, of course, social media marketing, using platforms like Facebook, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, all of them.
The usual suspects.
Yeah. It's about building awareness, creating trust, finding leads, sometimes even selling directly. But it needs a proper strategy, you know? It's not just posting random stuff. It's about listening, engaging, building that community. And apparently, 86% of pros said increased exposure was the top benefit last year.
Okay.
Pay-per-click, or PPC advertising. This is where you pay every time someone clicks your ad.
The sponsored links at the top.
Exactly. It's really powerful for getting instant visibility and targeting specific people. It works like a super fast auction based on your ad quality, how relevant your keywords are, and how much you're willing to bid.
Right.
And, people sometimes think email is dead. Not even close. Email marketing is still one of the most effective ways to gather leads and turn them into customers.
Really? Still?
Oh, yeah. The key is personalization, making it feel like, hey, Katie, this offer is just for you, and letting people choose what emails they get so it doesn't feel like spam. Then there's affiliate marketing. This is actually an old idea, but turbocharged by digital. Companies or influencers promote another company's stuff.
Right, like product reviews with links.
Exactly. And they get a commission if someone buys or signs up. Amazon, for example, pays out millions to affiliates. It's performance-based, which businesses love. Video marketing is huge, too. Think YouTube, Facebook videos, Instagram Reels, TikTok. So many people watch videos before they buy something. Or just to learn how to do things.
Right.
It grabs attention. Text messaging, SMS, that's another channel, used for quick updates, special offers, even asking for donations for charities or political campaigns. You can often even pay via text now.
Convenient.
Yeah. Then you have native advertising. This is kind of like marketing in disguise.
Ah, the articles that look like news but say sponsored.
Precisely. It blends in with the regular content, trying to be less obviously an ad because, people are cynical about ads. But it's super important they're clearly labeled, promoted, sponsored, to be transparent.
Right, avoid being sneaky.
Definitely. Influencer marketing is another big one. Partnering with people who have large followings, celebrities, experts, popular creators to endorse products. The key here is picking influencers whose audience actually fits who you're trying to reach, so it feels authentic.
Makes sense.
And finally, there's marketing automation. Using software to handle repetitive tasks, automated emails, scheduling social media posts, analyzing data, it lets businesses do that personalized outreach, but on a massive scale, meeting those consumer expectations we talked about.
Okay.
And kind of underlying all of this is mobile marketing, basically making sure everything you do works perfectly on smartphones and tablets. Over half of global web traffic is mobile now.
Wow, over half.
Yeah, and what, 9 out of 10 Americans have a smartphone? So being mobile first isn't just nice, it's essential. And wrapping it all together is conversion rate optimization, or CRO. That's about designing your website and the whole customer journey based on how people actually behave, guiding them smoothly towards taking the action you want them to take, like making a purchase.
Wow, okay. That's a lot of tools, a lot of channels. It sounds like digital marketing is this absolute goldmine, but
Yeah.
where do marketers hit roadblocks? What are the really big challenges they grapple with trying to cut through all that digital noise?
Oh, it's definitely not all smooth sailing. One of the biggest headaches is just the sheer number of channels popping up all the time.
Right, another new app to figure out.
Exactly. Marketers have to constantly learn new platforms, figure out how to use them well, and not spread their efforts too thin. It's exhausting.
I bet.
Then there's data overload. You collect mountains of data, but actually analyzing it and getting useful insights. It can feel like, drinking from a fire hose.
Yeah, data everywhere, but what does it mean?
Precisely. The challenge isn't getting data, it's finding the wisdom in it. Another huge one is simply grabbing attention. People are just bombarded with digital stuff, ads, notifications, distractions, making your message stand out. It's getting harder and harder. And related to that is content saturation. There's just so much content out there, often saying similar things. Making your blog post or video actually get noticed and feel different. That's tough.
Yeah, standing out in the crowd.
Definitely. And then maintaining a consistent brand voice and managing your reputation across all these different platforms, that takes constant vigilance. And finding that sweet spot, the right balance between using automation for efficiency and keeping a genuine personal touch, that's an ongoing balancing act. You don't want to sound like a robot.
Right, efficiency versus humanity.
Exactly. And just to clarify a few things, because terms get thrown around. It's good to know the difference between, say, digital marketing and online marketing.
Yeah.
Digital is the big umbrella. It includes all digital communication, even stuff like smart TV ads, digital radio, maybe even mobile apps that don't strictly need the internet constantly. Online marketing is a part of digital marketing, specifically focused on internet-based channels like websites, search, social media, email.
Ah, okay. So all online marketing is digital, but not all digital is online.
You got it. Perfect summary. Then there's inbound marketing versus digital marketing. People sometimes use these interchangeably.
How are they different?
Inbound is really a specific philosophy within digital marketing. It focuses on attracting customers with valuable content and experiences. Think blogs, SEO, helpful guides. It's customer-centric, pulls people in, builds trust long-term.
Okay, the pull strategy.
Right. Digital marketing is broader. It uses both pull strategies like inbound and push strategies like online ads, maybe more direct email promotions, which are often more about shorter-term goals. They work best together, really. Inbound gives purpose and structure to the broader digital efforts.
Got it. And you mentioned B2B and B2C before.
Yes, B2B versus B2C digital marketing. The strategies are quite different. B2B, business to business, usually means longer sales cycles. You're building relationships with companies. The content is often more logic-driven, focused on ROI, and you might be dealing with multiple decision makers.
Right, more complex sales.
Yeah. B2C business to consumer tends to be shorter term, more about emotional connection, maybe impulse buys, and often focused on a direct one-on-one relationship with the individual customer. The key is always tailoring your approach to your specific audience.
So, okay, you've got all these tools, strategies, challenges.
Yeah.
Who are the actual people making this digital marketing magic happen?
Yeah.
What kind of skills do you really need to succeed in this field?
Sure.
And what's the job market like?
Good question. To really thrive in digital marketing, you need strong communication skills. That's vital. Not just writing catchy ad copy, but explaining strategies to executives, interacting with customers, telling the company's story effectively.
Makes sense.
Then, being comfortable with the data analytics is crucial. You have to be able to look at the numbers, understand what they mean for campaign performance, and figure out how to improve things.
Right, data-driven decisions.
Exactly. And solid social media skills are pretty much table stakes now, understanding the different platforms, how to build a community, how to engage authentically.
Yep.
Beyond those core skills, knowing about SEO, content creation, copywriting, maybe even video production, and being able to manage projects across different channels, those are all really valuable too. As for career prospects, it's a really strong field. growing fast. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics expects marketing jobs, in general, to grow about 8% by 2033, which is faster than the average for all jobs.
That's pretty good growth.
Yeah, it is. And you see all sorts of specific roles. A content manager might make around, say, $84,800 a year on average. An SEO specialist, maybe $71,600. Social media manager, around $59,700. PPC specialist, maybe $49,800. Email marketing specialist, around $66,200. Those are just averages, of course.
Right, varies by location and experience.
Totally. And while having a degree in marketing or communications can definitely help open doors, what's often more important is practical, hands-on knowledge.
Yeah.
You can get that from online courses, intensive boot camps, internships, and honestly, the biggest thing is adaptability. You have to be willing and able to learn new technologies constantly. This field changes so fast. Continuous learning isn't just a plus, it's basically required for survival.
Wow. Well, we have certainly taken a deep dive today, haven't we, into this whole world of digital marketing. From how it all started and evolved to that incredible, almost overwhelming range of tools marketers have now. It's really clear why it's driving so much of business and communication today.
Absolutely. It just offers these unparalleled ways for businesses to actually connect with people, engage them, and ultimately grow, leveraging that consistent contact, the deep personalization, and importantly, getting those measurable results. It's a landscape that's always, always innovating.
It really is. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Given this relentless pace of technological change we've been talking about, how do you think that fundamental human need we all have for connection, for good stories, how will that continue to shape whatever comes next? What's the next frontier for digital marketing going to look like?